Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been quite a hot minute since I've done a monthly reset video or a monthly planning video, but that is because I'm changing the way that I plan out my months, and I'm now moving towards using the 12-week year formula to structure out my months and meet my goals. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the 12-week year, I will actually just link a video down below for you where you can learn a bit more about it, but the basic premise of it is that you structure each of your goals in 12-week chunks. So instead of doing yearly goals or New Year's resolutions, you now are looking at your year as a 12-week year, which if you think about it is almost 1/4 of a year. The benefit of this structure is that you have a shorter time frame to really focus in on your goals and actually have that feeling of urgency that you pretty much miss out on when you do a year-long look at goals. So in the past, as you guys have seen, I've always done yearly goal planning and then broken that down into monthly goals. And the issue I've had with that is I never get super focused, and I never have a long-term goal that I actually feel is manageable to meet because I'm so focused on this like overall year-long goal. So for me, after lots of trial and error doing monthly goal planning and yearly goal setting, I'm now going to try out the 12-week year, and I thought I would bring you guys along with me for accountability. And if any of you are interested in doing the 12-week year with me, I will be linking my template down in the description box so you can download that, create your own 12-week plan so we can accomplish our goals together. And then also, if you're interested, I do have a Facebook group where I'm going to be tracking my goal progress throughout the 12 weeks. And I'd love if you guys joined in and did weekly updates about your 12-week year goals. So make sure to hit up the Facebook group again down in the description, and we can all join in together to hold each other accountable. So let's jump over to my Notion now so I can give you guys a look at how I'm planning out my 12-week year in my Notion, and we can go through my actual goals. So the first thing I have is this 12-week planning page, which is what I'll have for you guys linked in the description to download. And basically what this has is a template. If you go to new and you do new 12 weeks, it'll bring up a template which has spots for your vision, your outcome, and your goals along with your weekly actions. And I think the easiest way to show you guys this is gonna just be to go through my current 12-week year. But as you can see, you can create one with that template and then fill it out for the current 12 weeks. So my current 12 weeks, I'm actually gonna be changing this date range because I ended up not starting until now. So it's gonna go from July 17th to October 8th. That will be my 12 weeks. And you'll see here that I have my vision as well as my first outcome listed out. So my vision is to create content for a living and help others through coaching to take their power back and live a life they truly enjoy. That is my overall vision of what I want to do with the work I do and the business I'm growing. But my own personal vision is to grow my business to a level that's going to allow me to employ the people I love as well as fund the lifestyle that I want. I want to be able to make enough money to cover Oliver's medical school expenses so he doesn't have to work while he's in school, as well as our normal expenses, and still fund our goals and investment accounts during that time. I also want to have all types of insurance and feel secure in our finances, which is something that you'll know for the past year since I left my job. I've not had any health insurance or any type of insurance. So that has been a struggle, not being able to like go to the dentist, go to the doctor, things like that. And I had a lot of issues whenever I had a medical scare and had to go to the ER and all that. So I want to get to a point where I obviously can afford health insurance again. I want to also grow my business to be at least partially passive so that I can be a stay-at-home mom in 4 years, which is basically the time frame we're thinking for when we want to have kids. I want to grow my business to a point where I can get approved for a loan for our first investment property, which we want to get a duplex once the market slows down or tanks, or in 2 years, whichever of those comes first. And then I also want to be stable enough to support my sister Haley when she gets out of prison, whether that's financially or with a job or both. That would be my ideal vision for my future, and that is what is driving me to complete my 12-week year. So my first outcome, and the reason I separated this out because I don't think this is discussed in the 12-week year book from my memory, but I liked the concept of having my vision, which is more abstract or more like what I want my life to look like, or the specific things I want to accomplish in terms of more abstract ideas, I don't know how else to describe it, versus my first outcome is more a tangible thing, so the amount of money I want to be making. And I wanted to also have that written out so I have like this numbers-based outcome goal as well. So I want to make 500 consistently from my YouTube channel each month and make 1,000 from coaching each month. I want to make 2,000 from freelancing and digital marketing each month. I want to quit all my gig work jobs. So right now I'm only doing Rover cat sitting still is like the last gig work job I'm doing. I don't do Instacart shopping anymore. And I was like fully stopping Rover, but then I decided to restart it again just because it is like a nice supplemental income. So I want to get to a point after these 12 weeks where I don't have to do any more Rover work. And I want Oliver to be making $1,500 from his job each month, which is full time for him. And then we would be able to in total make $5,000 per month combined to cover all of our expenses and fund our goals and investments. So that is my long-term goal. That is actually a part of my yearly goal that I discussed in one of my previous videos about my yearly financial goals, but I am seeing this already start to come to fruition. So I think it is completely possible that I make this my 12-week first outcome that I want to have after completing the 12-week year. So you'll see I have two goals here. So the first one is to grow my YouTube channel to 5,000 subscribers. So right now I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. So for 12 weeks, gaining 3,000 subscribers is a pretty lofty goal. But also if I'm taking these actionable steps and I'm actually really working on my channel and focusing on it, I don't think it's that lofty of a goal. And I think I actually could make it a bigger goal. But right now, 5,000 feels like a realistic number. And I really would like to actually meet my goal. And with the growth of my channel currently, I think that just seemed like the right number for me right now. So that is what I picked. So to achieve that goal, I have my list of tactics that I want to accomplish each week or bi-weekly. You'll see when and how often it needs to happen in the do section, but I'm just going to run through each of those with you guys right now. So I want to post 2 videos per week on my YouTube channel, which would be an each week goal. And I want to do that for every week of the 12 weeks. Then I want to research 2 search-based videos per month and research 2 trend-based video topics per month. So that is something that I've definitely gotten out of the habit of, which is actually researching topics that I want to discuss on my YouTube channel, whether they're topics that are trending or that people are searching for a lot and what you guys are asking me for. I want to make sure I'm focusing on that. So again, like I always say, if you guys have any video requests, make sure to leave them in the comments of my videos so that I can add that to my list for the month. Then I want to start working on some short form content. So this is something I've tried in the past and I've really fallen off the bandwagon, but I never started to incorporate it into anything except Instagram. So I want to start posting 3 shorts per week on YouTube and reposting those to TikTok and Instagram if applicable. But actually, now that I'm saying this out loud, it's actually the opposite. I want to post 3 TikToks per week and then repost them on IG and YouTube if applicable. So I don't think I'm going to be posting all of my short form content over here on YouTube because I don't think all of it will really fit the YouTube algorithm in my community specifically. So if you are interested in seeing all of my short form content, then definitely go follow me on TikTok or Instagram, and I'll have both of my handles in the description box so that you guys can go follow me there if you want to make sure you don't miss any of that content. Then I want to refresh 1 old video, the thumbnail and title per week, so that at the end of the 12 weeks, I'll have refreshed 12 of my old videos, because I know that there's a lot of older videos that I have that has really great content in the actual video, but I didn't know how to package it when I created the video, and I've definitely improved in my packaging. And then I want to update my top videos, descriptions, and links. So as I've been growing my business, I have gotten an Amazon storefront for affiliate marketing. I've also built out a newsletter, and I have a lot of new freebies that I give out that help build my newsletter and my subscriber base to that. So I want to update all of those links in all of my top videos, so the ones that get the most views, so that if people are going to those, they actually have access to the correct links and the correct updated information about where else I currently am online. So that is one of my goals. And then every week I want to analyze and write out my key takeaways from my analytics. So for that week's analytics on YouTube, I want to look at everything that I have going on and see what are the key takeaways that I can use to make changes and implement for the next week. So that is a big goal of mine, and I'll be discussing all of that with my friend Cindy during our weekly action meeting. So in the book, The 12-Week Year, they call that your WHAM, your weekly action meeting. During that, we'll be discussing what tasks we completed, our completion percentage and all of that. And then we'll talk about our weekly analytics, because she also has a YouTube channel and has a goal for YouTube too. So that's something we're going to be discussing together. So my next goal is to work with 9 clients one-on-one. So basically here, this is a lot different than my YouTube goal, because a lot of these little tactics are actually a weekly tactic where like one thing needs to happen each week. But overall, my goal here is I've been involved in this program called Bossgram Academy, which is with Vanessa Lau, if you're familiar. And it was like my first big investment into myself and my business after I quit actually it was right before I quit my 9-to-5 job. But I really want to dive back into it now that I'm much more focused with what I want my business to be and how I want to help people and how I want to coach people. So I really want to redo a lot of the beginning pieces of that program. So that's what a lot of these tactics are, but you'll see here my top few tactics are not related to that. So I want to create 1 new lead magnet per month. So I want 1 new freebie to give out to you guys that's beneficial for you and helps you each month. And then I also want to send out a newsletter twice per month. So this is something that's been a long time coming, has been creating and actually posting a newsletter. So I want to actually get that kickstarted and post one every other week or 2 per month. Then I want to make sure I'm doing a CTA or a call to action to any of my lead magnets in at least one of my videos per week. So I want to basically just let you guys know about the freebies I've created so that if you want them, you can download them. And also it brings you into my email list and gets you signed up for my newsletter as well. Then next is everything relating to that program, BGA or Boss Gram Academy. So sorry, I just had to restructure the order of these because they were a little bit off in terms of the weeks, but basically I want to redo module 1 of the program, conduct my market research, and then redo module 2, which is creating the coaching plan for pre-beta client, then signing my 3 beta clients, which would be a 4-week beta client coaching program, or basically a shortened version of my full program. And then I want to create my coaching plan outline for post beta clients, and then that'll kind of iterate as I'm working with my beta clients and I get feedback and figure out what needs to change. Then I want to set up a welcome email for my new email subscribers because that's something that's just been on my list for a while. I want to set up an email nurturing sequence, so basically a set of emails that would go out to any new email subscribers that lets them know about my services and gives them some helpful information on their journey. And then I want to set up a landing page for my coaching as well as a checkout page for my coaching so I can actually refer to my landing page for my services whenever I talk about them, whether on YouTube or Instagram or anything. Basically a place for people to actually learn about what I offer so that they can see if it's the right fit for them and then sign up for it. Because currently I don't have anything like that, and I'm really just working with people by just word of mouth and like discussing with them on the phone like what they need help with instead of having like a clarified offer to help people. And then I want to, at the end of the 12 weeks, sign 6 clients into my first run of my full program. So that is all of my goals for my work with 9 clients. So it'd be my 3 beta clients and then my 6 full-time clients, which that I'm thinking is going to be a 3-month run. So a 3-month coaching plan that I would be working through with them. So this is the main piece of the template that you'll be getting. And then there's obviously a place in here to track and check off each week whenever you complete your tasks. Like you'll see, I've already started week 1 this week. But then what I also have is on my homepage here, I have a spot that basically references that 12-week plan and pulls in those databases. And I also implemented a calculation basically that gives me the % complete each week. So during my weekly action meeting, Cindy, we can look at like how much we actually completed and discuss it easily. So this is literally the same information that was on the other page. I just wanted it on my homepage and I have it in a toggle list so I can close it up if I want to. And then the last piece about the 12-week year that I want to discuss, and I know it's getting really dark. It's about to rain. Well, it already is raining, but it's starting to get a lot darker in here because the storm is rolling in hard. But there is a few things that the 12-week year talks about in terms of planning out and scheduling your week that I think is really helpful. And I wanted to share those as well. So the first one is to have 1 to 2 strategic 3-hour blocks each week in your schedule. So these are basically time blocking strategies to make sure that you actually complete your 12-week year. So during those strategic blocks, you could be doing things such as checking on your 12-week year and where you're at, actually completing tasks for your 12-week year that need like intense focus to complete, planning out things for your 12-week year, or just any strategic work for your business or whatever type of work you do that you're utilizing the 12-week year for, and making sure that you are focusing in and making progress on them and making adjustments where needed. So this is probably where I would be doing that check-in on my analytics for YouTube and pulling out the key takeaways and figuring out ways to change up my strategy for the next week, as well as just checking in on my 12-week year, checking boxes of things I've completed, seeing how I can improve for next week as well. And then also doing any really hardcore focus work, like maybe setting up the concept for my email newsletter or planning out my coaching services and my coaching plan, things that just take a lot more intense focus and need to be uninterrupted. Then you also have a 1-hour buffer block once per day. So this is a time in your day where you can push all of those random tasks that come up during the day, whether it's emails or phone calls or emergency meetings or having to run a quick errand, anything like that that's going to detract from you being able to get stuff done during the day. You set aside an hour each day so that as those things come up, you just write it on a piece of paper. And then when your 1-hour buffer block comes up, now you have an hour to just hammer out all of those tasks. And then the third piece is a 3-hour breakout block each week. So this is a 3-hour time frame during your normal working hours where you decide I'm not going to work. I'm going to take this time for myself to do something fun and basically recharge my creative juices. So for me, this might be going to like a workout class or something fun, or hanging out with a friend or going to the library or just any of the activities that don't drain me, but I also feel recharged after doing. So that would be my goal for that. So I have not figured out how to incorporate this into my schedule yet because my schedule lately has been actually psychotic and crazy, but I'm planning on starting to implement this time blocking in. So I will keep you guys updated whenever I do 12-week year updates, which I'm planning on doing an update every 4 weeks of my 12-week year. So in a sense, it's going to be similar to that monthly update that I was already doing, except instead of doing these just like overall monthly goals, we're going to just be checking in on my 12-week year progress. I think this is a really fun way to just really truly track my goals. I mean, I was already doing metric trackers and things like that, but a lot of the things that are in my 12-week year are things that normally I wouldn't share with you guys that I'm trying to do. I would normally just have on my to-do list and do it, versus what I was doing before was like making my monthly planning sessions more intention focused, which I think is also important, but I really want to focus on the business side of it and growing my freelancing and growing my coaching services and my YouTube channel and my brand overall. That's what I want to be sharing with you guys, and I know that's what you guys are looking for help with and want to hear more about, and just seeing how all of that goes for me. So I hope this is exciting for you, and I hope you're ready for the change in content in terms of like the planning and goal setting and how I'm doing with my goals. But that is all I have for you guys in today's video. Definitely let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be joining in on the 12-week year journey with me. I am really excited and really pumped to just see what I can accomplish in 12 weeks when I have a really specific, actionable plan. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.